If you always want, and want, how the hell are you ever going to be satisfied? It's okay to not be 100%. Let's think about that 20, 30, 40%. What about that? Oh, you just want to go straight to 100. I don't think that's the way life works, okay? So let's just take a step back today and learn how to practice some gratitude. Be grateful. There's a lot of y'all ungrateful. Damn it. And these are things that I had to learn myself as well, especially after I had the incident. I still do struggle with showing my daily gratitude, so this is why I wanted to go ahead and make this video for me and for you, because it's time for us to get our shit together. It is important to live in your life, live in the now, and a lot of us do not take the time to do that. It's like the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Water your own grass right now, because if you don't, it's gonna be crunchy and brown. You're gonna be looking all around somewhere else. This is my upstairs bedroom. You see this? Baby, that's a bullet hole. I'm gonna have to insert a picture because it's obviously been fixed. Came in, flew all the way over there and hit the wall. But let me not leave out the most important part. It flew directly past my head. Story time on how I was almost hit by a stray bullet. I've been thinking about doing this video for over a year now because this situation happened October 23rd, 2022. So my secondary birthday just passed. It's crazy because, you know, you think you're at home, you think you're in the safest place that you could possibly be in. Hopefully your home is your safe space, of course. Everything happens so fast. I don't even know if I've come to terms all the way, to be quite honest, but I was living in a not so great neighborhood. My place was really nice on the inside. I mind my business, so it didn't bother me, but I was aware that it was not the best neighborhood. Here's the story. So one night, it's a Sunday around like 10 p.m. I had just got out of the shower and I'm back and forth between my room and the bathroom, just getting ready for bed. And I hear a bunch of, like, you know, commotion, noise. And sometimes there's a lot of kids in my neighborhood, like a lot of kids. And sometimes they're really rowdy. They like to hang out literally in my backyard. They did, well, when I lived there, they loved to hang out in my backyard because I was like the corner townhouse and I had the electrical box in my backyard. So they weren't technically in my backyard, but sometimes they would be directly back there. So I hear a bunch of commotion. I'm like, no, it's Sunday. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My ass heads to the window because I'm like, let me see, you know, what's going on. I'm thinking, genuinely thinking it's fireworks. Why else would I go to the window if I did? So call me dumb, call me stupid, whatever you want to call me. I did. I went to the window to look out, and when I tell you guys, like, I got pictures and things to prove it. I don't know how to put into perspective how serious I'm being. Like, when I tell you that that bullet, I didn't even get to the point of looking out the window. I was right there, and all I felt, because I felt heat, I felt warmth fly past my head. And I instantly, of course, got down. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know it was a bullet, you guys. Like, I'm still confused. I'm thinking maybe a firework came into the room. So I'm like, yo, what? Like, what the hell? So I literally ducked down and I get back up in the corner of the window and I peek out the window. And y'all, when I'm talking about it's Call of Duty out there, I see four men, and they out there like running and shit. You know, they at it. They're at it. So of course I get down, I take my dog to the other room, and we just sit in there for a few moments. And I believe at that point, I ended up getting up and I went back to the bathroom. I finished my skincare, and after that, I think that's when things kind of like hit me, and I called my mom, and I'm freaking out like, yo, like, I think that's when I realized I almost got shot in my head. Like, almost got shot in my head. There was tiny pieces of glass in my hair, you guys. I took a picture and you can see like little particles of the glass. I took the picture after I started taking it out because my first instinct was not to, oh, let me take a picture. But when I tell you guys I felt the heat and everything, like I was this close, not even a whole step, not even a whole second from the bullet hitting me. And it would have directly hit me probably somewhere right up here, right along these lines, because when you look at the picture of me standing next to the window where the bullet hole is in the blinds, you can see that it's like about right here. When I tell you if I would have been a second over, your girl could have been gone. And it would have been that quick and that easy. Of course, I could have also survived, you know, if something like that were to happen. It's not to say that you're automatically, you know, some people do make it through things like that, but the fact that how random and how unexpected and how fast and undeserved, you know, that was, is just, it really puts into perspective how fragile your life is. Anything can happen. You don't have to do anything for something bad to happen to you. Life is going to be life regardless. Whether you believe things happen for a reason or not, I feel like that was definitely a wake-up call for me to start showing Girl, please suck it up. Wow, I feel like I almost got a little emotional. A wake-up call for me to start showing gratitude. And you know, the next day after, I was so depressed, you guys. I was crying all day. I work from home, but I had to tell my coworkers, like, yo, I cannot do this. But it's crazy because after that first day, after I was sad and crying, I really moved on. And it's like I almost didn't process it. The police did come that night. I'm sorry I'm all over the place. I'm telling you guys, it happened so fast. The police did come that night because the bullet had flew in, hit a lotion bottle, flew through one of my pictures, hit the wall, and bounced and fell behind a dresser. So they had to come get that shit up out of there. So they did come, and you know, I gave my report and everything. But then after that, the next day, I just pretty much was sad about it, very, very upset. Because I was living in the what ifs. What ifs? What if I was, you know, there 1 second early? What if I was laying in my bed and I heard a noise and I sat up? What if this? What if that? What if this? It didn't happen. So what are you even doing this for? What are you torturing yourself for, living on what ifs? Let's be for real. So after that first day of me being sad, I just really kind of moved on with my life. You know, I just kind of, I don't want to say pushed it out, but I didn't come to terms with it. I didn't really face it. I didn't really process it much more after that. I slept on the floor for about a week because I was a little, you know, I was paranoid. I really was. And even though I decided to mind my business after it, I got a case number and all that, but I'm like, I'm not going to follow up. I live in the hood. I know what's good, you know, and nobody was killed. So they're not the police don't really care. So I let it go. But of course, I was still paranoid, so I slept on the floor for maybe like a week and a half, and then after that, I just kind of moved on with my life. Every now and then, the situation does pop back into my head, and I do get a little sad. I actually still have the lotion bottle, and I still have the picture that the bullet went through. Hold on, let me show you guys. I just saw the piece of art that it went through the other day when I was cleaning out my closet, but I don't know where I put it. I don't feel like looking for it. But here is the lotion bottle that the bullet went through, where the bullet hit, because it didn't go through the bottle. It just hit, you can see, it hit there, and that's when it, you know, kind of bounced and fell to the floor. But it's crazy because I didn't even know this happened until one day I was cleaning up, and I was actually sanitizing my lotion bottles and things like that, and I felt, and I was like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, that was definitely the bullet. So it's cool to have a nice souvenir of this life story. I have two souvenirs at that point. That piece of art that I had, my friend gave that to me a long time ago, over like 10 years ago, and I've kept it. It's nice to have a souvenir, a reminder of how fragile, and a reminder of me being grateful for my life, because there are times when I do forget to show gratitude and I do get depressed. I'm down about, you know, just certain things. So it's nice to have a reminder like, hey girl, like you better be grateful because you almost weren't here. So tighten up. So that is a story time. Hopefully this story is a testimony for you to do the same. Don't wait until something like that happens to you to be grateful. If you don't take the time to celebrate the small wins, what in the world makes you think that you deserve the big wins? Why would you deserve that? I feel like gratitude is something that we really overlook, and that's because it's just so easy to overlook. It's almost like a feeling of entitlement that we tend to have. Why do you feel like you had to wake up today? Why do you feel like you had to have that clean water to use today? You feel like you have to have these things when in reality, there's so many people that do not even have these small luxuries. Things that we think are small are the biggest things in the world to them, the biggest thing that somebody else is lacking. You woke up healthy today. Somebody else woke up with cancer, unfortunately. You know, there's so many things that we should be grateful for, and we just take our lives for granted because these things seem so normal. We find all these other things to complain about, and we just think everything is just so bad. I like to complain. I won't lie. I mean, I don't like to, but I do it a lot. I do a lot of sitting here, you know, just being down about things in life, not where I want to be. But what about where I am right now? Somebody else will look at me right now and be like, damn, I want to be like her. No, you don't. Gratitude also goes both ways. It is a two-way street. The more that you practice giving out gratitude to others, the better you feel as well. Living in the state of real appreciation for others and just the beauty of life will help you to live a happier life. You will cultivate optimism. A lot of us are pessimists. Me personally, I feel like I'm usually more on the pessimist side, and I like to mask it with the fact that I like to be realistic. Practicing gratitude and showing people ways that you appreciate them beyond a simple thank you. As far as showing other people appreciation, you don't have to go above and beyond. Something small can make the biggest difference in somebody's day. You know, we go around and it's like we have these automated responses. For example, whenever we say thank you for something, what's behind the thank you? The thank you is very blank. Go down to the rib shack and you tell Miss Joanne, Miss Joanne, them ribs that you made last night, they wrapped me up like a warm blanket. I felt so good. I slept like a baby. Miss Joanne gonna be thinking about that compliment all day. She gonna be cheesing like, oh, okay, got the blanket shop. She gonna be feeling good. She gonna be putting some extra love into them ribs that day because she's gonna be thinking about your compliment. Versus if you go in there and you just said, oh, thank you. She's gonna be like, oh, you're welcome. And she's gonna proceed because that's what Miss Joanne hears all day. Okay? Miss Joanne hears that all day. Tell Uncle Leon that you're grateful for that 1960s dusty ass suit that he gave you. Okay? Yeah, whenever you touch it, you may see particles everywhere. It may be ready to crumble. But that's besides the point. Tell Uncle Leon that suit makes you feel so good because it just takes you back to the times and you almost feel like you was there. Like, look, man, that suit, that's a fly ass suit. And Uncle Leon gonna close his eyes. And he gonna go back to his player days and he gonna be like, damn, I was the man. You know, it's just simple things beyond a thank you. And there's nothing wrong with saying thank you. Some people don't even do that. Some of y'all raggedy asses don't even have manners and y'all make me sick. Y'all make me so sick. Because where is your manners? Oh, I can't stand it. So a thank you is better than nothing. But I'm just saying, go beyond the thank you. Go beyond the automated responses that we give on a daily basis. Just like if you see somebody, oh, hello, hi, how are you? Doing good, how are you? Are you really doing good? Half the times you're doing shitty, okay? That's not to say you need to trauma dump on people, but maybe give a different type of response. Maybe say, oh, you know, grateful for the day. I'm here. How are you doing today? You know, the sun is out today. I'm feeling nice. Something beyond the automated responses. We are in a rat race of life. And a lot of us are losing touch with reality because of social media, definitely. You live in this fantasy world. You see a woman on the street, she looks nice. I've been doing this a lot lately. This woman came down the stairs in my apartment building the other day. I heard her heels clacking down the steps for 30 minutes while I waited down there with my dog. It wasn't that long, but I'm just sitting there waiting because I don't want to go up the steps while she coming down. So I couldn't see her, but I heard her. When she came down, she gave me a little smile, gave her a little smile, and I was like, oh, you look nice. The smile, okay? That should make you feel good. Showing people gratitude and giving people compliments and things like that should not hurt you. If you gotta before you say something, if you gotta power it up, if you feel like, oh my God, like you about to just break down before you give somebody a compliment, you worse than I thought. Because why are you that mean? Now, if you're shy, I get it. If you're a shy person, maybe that'll be a good practice for you to get out of that shyness a little bit, get rid of some of that social anxiety that you may have. Just start small. Just tell somebody, oh, your outfit is pretty, something small. You don't gotta be like, damn, like, you look good as shit today, them titties busting, ass looking good. You don't gotta do all that. Okay, you don't have to do all of that, but just show people gratitude and it'll make you feel really good. You see this woman, oh girl, you look good today, and she can be like, oh, thank you, I just got my hair done, I didn't even know if I was gonna like it, just got it cut, I was nervous, and then you just reassured her that that haircut was what she needed. Feel good about that. Making other people feel good should make you feel good as well. So that is a great way to practice gratitude. A lot of the times we go through life on autopilot, and I'm guilty of this as well. However you feel like you need to wake up and practice gratitude, or if you don't even feel like you have to do this first thing when you wake up, at any point of the day where you have a second to set aside a small window of time to tell what you're grateful for, to show what you're grateful for, whether you put it in a journal, whether you just pops up in your head, but make sure that you are present in that moment. And it does not have to be the biggest things in the world. It can literally be, I woke up today. Please do not overlook that. Some people go to sleep perfectly fine and they don't wake up. You just never know. Life happens like that, which we know, and it's so scary. So it can be, I woke up today. It can be, I had hot water in my house so I could take a hot shower today. It could be, my mail came in, there was a check for $1,000 in there. I don't know. Let's be for real. But it can be the simplest things, you guys. It's so easy for us to complain and to find all the wrong in our day. Sure, you could write a book about all the things that went wrong today. Let's write a book about what went right. What went right? Instead of you going to bed thinking about how you tripped over that log and skinned up your knee, how about you go to bed thinking about how you tripped over that log, skinned up your knee, and you didn't have to go to the hospital because your knee didn't break because you don't need a skin graft. Think about something else. Think about how you are right because all you had to do was put some Neosporin on that bad boy. That's it. You have to find the positives and the negatives. That is what gratitude is about, is being grateful because things could always be worse, okay? And that's not to say don't be realistic with your day. If you feel like you're having a rough day, it's okay to have those rough days, but remind yourself of the good that came out of that day. That is a way for you to train your brain into looking for the good thing. This is all about training. You have to build a routine. You're not just gonna wake up every day and be like, hell yeah, I'm ready for it. Hey. that is not realistic. Like, you're not gonna wake up like that every day. But the more and more you train yourself, you affirm yourself that you are grateful and that you are excited and you are ready and that you got all these small luxuries that some people don't have, the easier it is gonna be. You have to train, just like you go to the gym. You have to train your body to get into the routine. Just like if you want to wake up early, you have to train your body to get into that routine. Just like if you want to start better study habits, you have to train your body, train your brain to get into that routine. The same thing comes with practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a big step to being successful in your life. You show no gratitude, how are you ever going to be happy? You're always looking, overlooking exactly where you are, because sometimes you're exactly where you need to be. You're always looking somewhere else. How do you know what you're standing on? Okay, stand on the present. So however you decide to practice your gratitude is on you, you guys. You know, you can wake up, I don't know if you're religious, if you're spiritual, wake up every day and talk to your maker, play songs that have affirmations in them, write your list down, your 3 things. It can be anything. However you decide to practice. It can be a little sticky note where you just write down some 3 things that you're happy about and you just slap them sticky notes on your computer desk all day, every day. Whatever. That is up to you to find ways to do that, but just make sure that you're doing that. You are in charge of your life, so you need to pay attention to how fragile life is. Pay attention to all the times that you were late somewhere and you were mad. Pay attention that these things could be working in your favor behind the scenes, and just be grateful. A lot of us just moving through life and you feel like you're in a rat race, you feel like you're overwhelmed, you're just in a wheel. I feel like I'm in a rat race. I will not lie. It's just constant wheel, routine wheel, and I can't stand it some days. Some days I feel really down about it, but I got my own place. I got my own car. I got my own food. I got my own job. I got, like, what? Some people don't have this stuff. So I'm going to choose to be grateful, because that's what I should do. Especially almost losing your life. You see things in a new light, and even still then, it's sometimes hard to be grateful. It is some days. I struggle. I don't practice gratitude all the time, but I'm aware of that, and I know I need to do better, because somebody else could have been hit by that stray bullet and they may not be here. Learn how to be grateful. Learn how to live in your present. Learn how to celebrate the small wins. You don't get to go from 0 to 100%. Take your 20, 30, 40, 50. Take all that and be grateful that you're making the progress. Be grateful just for everything, okay? Be grateful for the people that you argue with, the friends that you lose. Be grateful for all these things, because they're all lessons. They're all what you need to proceed in your life. Hopefully I helped you guys. Hear that? Where they going? Be grateful that's not them coming to your house. So yeah, leave a comment down below on your favorite ways to practice gratitude. I will see you guys for the next video.